Hey everybody, I just wanted to make a quick video on the core idea behind tech rolls in Tekken and what your options are when you get knocked down. So as you probably know, in Tekken there are two main ways that you can tech a knockdown. So one is you press 1 or 3 and you'll get a roll up, and the other is you just hold back. Now, there's also the quick recovery option. I'm not gonna go over this just because it's a little bit more situational. But to do that, you just hold forward. So anyways, not all knockdowns can be teched. So here's an example of a knockdown that can't be teched. Is down back 2, or down forward 1-2 for Kazuya. Though this can change if you're in the air or already on the ground. So if I do, let me set this to back quick roll. If I do that, you'll see that she can tech out even though she normally can't from the down back 2. So why is teching important? Well, the first thing is when it comes to guaranteed hits. So you'll see here, look how close she's left. I don't have a good setup for Kazuya, but a lot of characters can get this kind of knockback and get a guaranteed hit if they don't tech it. For example, Kunimitsu can get this off of FF42 or off of while running 3. Actually, he might be able to get it off while running 3 as well. No, okay. It just depends on the character, but there's a lot of the times where it'll look like this. So, if I get hit by this FF42 and I don't hold back, I get hit by the quarter circle forward 2 after. If I do hold back, it completely whiffs. So that's the first place where teching is important, is it prevents you from taking free damage. Second place where teching is important is when it comes to Oki. So, when Kazuya hits you with a Hell Sweep, he's notorious for having some of the best Oki in the game, right? Because you tech up and he basically just gets to go again, and you don't have time to sidestep this. Same thing if you go back, tech, or you tech to the right, it's all the same. Like he's just gonna mix you up again. So you might think, well, how do I get out of this mix-up? How do I deal with it? Well, the answer in this case is you can stay on the ground. So if you don't do anything, first off, a lot of his moves will just straight up whiff. If he does another Hell Sweep, you can see it kicks you away, and he doesn't get much damage off of it. So his solution for people staying on the ground is to do this FF4. But this is a techable. This is kind of hard to show actually, but you can tech this FF4. And then you're out of the mix-up. He doesn't get any more Oki off of that. So, basically you're saying, instead of taking a mix-up, I'm just going to let him get one guaranteed hit, and then I'm back to neutral. And this situation comes up a lot for a lot of different characters. If you think that your opponent is putting you in this kind of Oki situation, you always want to try to tech out first. There are some characters that are going to have tech traps though, like Kazuya, like we just showed, or Brian is another one where if you tech roll at the wall, you just wake up into a taunt setup. And so for those situations, you actually don't want to tech. You want to let them get a guaranteed grounded hit and then tech up off the ground. And a unique thing about Tekken is moves that hit you when you're on the ground are almost always way less plus than if you're standing up. So if I hit with this is just the first hit of Hell Sweep, crouch dash 4, that's -3. But if they're on the ground, -11. And it's hard to compare those numbers directly, but it's just a good idea to keep in mind that generally if you get hit on the ground and you tech roll, you're either going to be plus or very slightly minus. Whereas if you tech roll immediately, you'll probably be decent bit minus, but you know, depending on the positioning of the move, it could still be good or not. So there's some of the merits and demerits of teching, when you want to do it, when you don't. As for how you do it, you can actually, so certain moves can only be teched one way or the other. I don't know any offhand for Kazuya, but if I showed this move again, this is the FF4 2. This can be teched by holding back, but it cannot be teched to the sides. So if I press 1-3, nothing happens. So you might think like, oh, I have to learn like all these different ways that things can be teched, but you can just hold back, and you'll always get the back tech if you're not able to side tech, and then you just press 1 and 3. So you just hold back and press 1 or 3, and then you will tech roll if the move can be tech rolled, or you will back tech if the move cannot be tech rolled but can be back teched. So yeah, that's it. That's all there is to it. Just a quick little video just to kind of explain some of these mechanics, because I see in Kinder Gym a lot of people getting away with Oki that they haven't really earned, or missing out on damage that they have earned, that sort of thing. So it's just a good idea to keep in mind whenever you're playing sets. Like if you find yourself in one of these situations where you're getting knocked down and your opponent feels like they have this like strong like flow chart they get to run, like you're usually gonna have more options than you might immediately realize to deal with that. So yeah, peace.